August 8, 2023 will forever be etched in the history of Maui Island, Hawaii as a day of unimaginable tragedy and loss. The picturesque landscapes that once attracted tourists from far and wide turned into scenes of chaos and destruction as a ferocious wildfire tore through the heart of the island. The fast-moving wildfires, stoked by the winds partially originating from the Hurricane Dora hundreds of kilometers away, quickly spiraled out of control. Their voracious appetite consumed everything in their path, sparing neither structures nor lives. As the flames roared through, Lahaina's vibrant streets turned into a hunting, charred landscape, shattering the very essence of what had once been a bustling hub of activity. The human toll of this disaster has been staggering. The confirmed loss of at least 55 lives serves as a chilling reminder of the fragility of human existence in the face of nature's wrath. The toll is expected to rise as search and rescue operations continue and the full extent of the devastation becomes apparent. The material devastation has been equally profound. Approximately 1,700 buildings have been impacted by the wildfires, leaving a scar on the island's infrastructure that will take years to mend. The financial burden is projected to reach billions of dollars, a staggering sum that highlights the monumental task of rebuilding not only structures but also the lives and livelihoods of those affected. According to Governor Josh Green, this is the largest natural disaster of this generation in Hawaii, as officials began to map out a plan to shelter the newly homeless in hotels and tourist rental properties.
To give perspective, it is going to take many years to rebuild Lahaina.
Green said it is going to take many years to rebuild Lahaina, a town that draws 2 million tourists each year, or about 80% of the island's visitors. Now, what could possibly be the impact of this wildfire? Allow me to share it with you. For one, it will definitely impact the place's drinking water. Water contamination risk looms large. Experts have now sounded an alarming note, revealing that the aftermath of these fires can lead to contamination of both private wells and municipal water systems. The consequences are not only far-reaching but also potentially life-threatening, as the fire's sinister fingers reach deep into the water supply, leaving a trail of tainted and unsafe water sources. One of the most vulnerable aspects of this water contamination risk lies in the private wells. These wells, often situated at shallow depths, stand exposed to the wildfire's insidious influence. When fires rage through an area, they can heat the ground to such an extent that the protective cover around these wells can be compromised. As a result, the contaminants present on the surface, such as ash, soot, and debris, can infiltrate the water supply. A startling fact emerges: the very wells that once quenched thirst are now potential carriers of peril. The threat, however, extends beyond private wells to municipal water systems. Even these larger and more sophisticated networks are not immune to the wildfire's rage. As the fires consume their path, the distribution systems that channel water to households can be severely damaged. This can lead to a drop in pressure within these systems, creating a vacuum effect that sucks in the pollutants and hazardous substances that the fire releases into the atmosphere. These insidious elements, which include smoke, ash, and vapors, infiltrate materials such as plastics and gaskets, only to later leach into the supposedly clean water that flows through the system. The resulting water that eventually reaches homes may appear clear, but its hidden contamination renders it perilous. Andrew Welton, a distinguished professor of civil engineering and environmental and ecological engineering at Purdue University, articulated the danger succulently. He emphasized that the contaminants, once absorbed by the water, diffuse slowly, an unseen poison lurking within the fluid. This toxic blend can render what seems like a basic necessity, clean water, unsafe and even deadly. Landscape and soil are also affected, as invasive and fire-prone grass species steadily infiltrate various landscapes. They insidiously prepare the ground for an ecological catastrophe. During wildfires, these grasses become agents of devastation, burning their way into native forests. In a tragic turn of events, the very forests that constitute a vital natural resource are transformed into barren landscapes dominated by grass. This gradual replacement is facilitated by the incineration of soil, which disintegrates and is lost, leaving behind a scorched, fragile terrain. Furthermore, the residue of burnt soil and grass transforms into dust that carries its legacy for years to come. This airborne dust, laden with potentially harmful particles, poses a threat to human health. The repercussions are not limited to the immediate vicinity of the wildfire, but extend to regions where the wind carries the ashy remnants, impacting respiratory health and overall well-being. Elizabeth Pickett, co-executive director of the Hawaii Wildfire Management Organization, captured the grim reality of this unfolding tragedy. According to her, the loss of soil, a seemingly innocuous consequence, triggers a cascade of detrimental effects that are immensely challenging to reverse. As native vegetation struggles to regain a foothold, invasive species thrive in this altered environment. This dominance further perpetuates the cycle, intensifying the challenges of restoration and exacerbating the peril to native ecosystems. Number 3, the ocean will also be greatly affected. The cascade of pollutants from land to sea is a multifaceted crisis. When land-based contaminants, including chemical and debris, find their way into water bodies, the consequences can be dire. In the aftermath of a wildfire, the destruction of homes, commercial structures, and vehicles concentrates synthetic materials. When rain or other water sources interact with these materials, it creates a hazardous runoff that rushes towards the ocean, carrying with it a dangerous mix of pollutants. Jamison Gove, an oceanographer based in Honolulu and affiliated with the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, offers insight into the severity of this issue. Gove explains that the impact is intensified when there is only a short distance between the scorched land and the ocean, a circumstance that holds true for Lahaina's coastal location. A minimal space between the affected area and the sea acts as a swift conduit for the contaminants to reach the ocean waters. The swift and direct transport of pollutants have profound implications for marine ecosystems, with coral reefs bearing the brunt of the damage. Coral reefs are not merely picturesque underwater formations. They are the lifelines of coastal areas. They provide vital coastal protection, nurture fisheries, and hold deep cultural significance, especially in Hawaii. Gove underscores the significance of coral reefs, highlighting that their loss would reverberate through the ecosystem, triggering a chain reaction of detrimental consequences. As communities and policymakers grapple with the multifaceted challenges of wildfire, the preservation of precious resources like coral reefs stands as a testament to the profound connection between humanity and the environment. Through proactive strategies, holistic stewardship, and a deep commitment to sustaining the delicate equilibrium of our planet, we can navigate the perils of these devastating alliances and ensure a healthier, harmonious coexistence between land and sea. What do you think about this topic? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Dive Explore channel. I'll see you in the next video.